This is the holy trinity of budget cables. Exceptional value, exceptional performance, and these three cables are tuned differently while being in the same price bracket. This is the latest cable of this, the Eros S first year anniversary edition, priced at $350. Comes with Connex, and you definitely can opt for Termax. Okay, Termax will increase the price by $80, but that's a thing I did with these two cables, and I'm kind of foolish, but doesn't matter. I thought it was cool, and I have done Termax on them. This one you guys can see looks very good. In my Eros S comparison video, OG Eros S. This one has thicker cores and is a bit more warmer, a bit more fuller than the Eros S. Eros has a slightly smaller stage too. This one has a bigger stage. Now moving on to the champion of my heart, the Cadmus. You guys can see I have Termex installed on this. I am not sure where I have placed the pin or anything like that. It wasn't on it. I might have placed it somewhere else, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter really. So this is the cable. Has Termex and Connex both, and is the favorite cable in the signature series for me. The mid forward signature. This one has a V-shaped signature. This one is slightly less V-shaped than the Eros S. This one is more mid forward, and is a very good cable too. You guys can see, well, all these cables are supple. There are no issues with supplety or anything like that. While this one is a bit on the slightly stiffer side, slightly stiff. You guys can see slightly stiff, not very stiff, but this one does have a bit of stiffness to it. The Eros S 8W, the copper is slightly stiff. Okay, you guys can see it is bending, but not a lot. It will not stand or anything like that, but it is a bit stiffer than just, you guys can check. Let me do the Eros S. You guys can see this one is suppler. Okay, this one just doesn't stand. Okay, doesn't matter what I do, it will not stand or anything like that. This doesn't have enough memory to it, while this one has a bit more memory. You guys can see this one can kind of stand, but that might be about the braiding or anything like that, but this does feels a bit stiff to the hand. That's what I want to say. Doesn't matter if they can stand or not or whatever. But all these cables are similarly priced. Well, let me tell you why you should get one of these cables if you want a warmer signature, overall warmer signature, and smoothness. Okay, this copper cable is the one to get. The Eros S 8W, priced at 270 to $300. This one is a fantastic cable if you want to loosen the base a bit. If your IM is a very tight base, you want to loosen it a bit, this one is the best cable. This one is a proper copper cable. The signature is proper coppery, and you will like the signature mostly because of its smoother and fuller presentation across the spectrum. Very good cable. The stage is decent. I have tried a lot of higher end cables, and this cable, these three cables, does not really compete with the $1,000 or $2,000 cables, definitely, when it comes to stage and imaging and stuff. But on their own, these are very good cables. At around $300, these are fantastic value for money cables. You guys can see this one looks nice too. Now moving on to the Cadmus, I'll have to say this is my favorite cable. This one controls the bass a bit, has a bit of control over the treble energy too. The details is there, but it is not as detailed as the Cadmus FE. Cadmus FE is $1,000. This one is $300, and the difference is obviously there. This one does smoothen things a bit, but it does have the advantage of texture too. While it trades a bit of details and resolution, it compensates with the texture and timber. Very good stage too. No issues with the stage. For the price, you are getting very good stage. Now moving on to the Eros S. This one is V-shaped. I was worried that this might be a bit more V-shaped than the Eros S, but that may or may not be the case, because this has a bit more bass, okay, and the treble is a bit more transparent too, and the stage is bigger too, but the v the drop is slightly less, okay. The v is not that pronounced too, so it can feel with a few tracks that it is a bit more v-shaped than the Eros S. But when you put on a more balanced kind of track that does everything in a equal manner, this one is marginally less v-shaped than the Eros S. Now, excellent cable in its own stage is bigger than the original Eros S. Of these three, the biggest stage is this. Then these two are very good too. So pick pick whatever you like. If you want to spicing things up, if you want more bass and more treble transparency, more character out of your IM, like Monarch Mark II and stuff that sound bland and dull. This one is a perfect cable for those kind of IMs. If you want to spice up the things, like U12T2, U18T, they U18T is decently spicy, but I find the U12T to be a kind of dullish. Doesn't have enough character or pop to them. This cable will do that job for that kind of IM. Now this one is for those IMs that are V-shaped. Okay, if you feel that your IM is properly V-shaped, if you want to liven it up, if you want more energy out of it, okay, in the mid range, this is the cable to get. It will reduce the bass a bit, it will reduce the energy in the triple region a bit, but the mid range really livens up, okay. The energy, the texture, the timbre is fantastic with this, and it will balance out a V shaped IM. Now moving on to the Eros S. This one is an warmer cable, all-round warmer cable. If your IM is more analytical, okay, throughout analytical, and as a bit collectively a bit on the sharper side, like the SA6 Mark II. SA6 Mark II is sharper across the spectrum and kind of needs a bit of smoothing. Okay, a bit more thicker thickness will help it a lot. And another one is ara can be helped by a thicker, slightly smoother sound signature, and this cable really helps that kind of IEMs. It will thicken things up, it will provide you a bigger stage than the stock cables, and will soften the notes a bit, okay. That extra bit of bite will not be as aggressive with this cable. So pick the cable that you need, and I love all the three. They are fantastic. In my collection, to be precise, I love the trinity of this is the holy trinity of budget cables. Fantastic cables for their prices. If you can reach up to $300, these are the cables to get. So pick the one you like. So this is the comparison of these three budget signature series. I'm saying budget, but it's not exactly budget for everyone, but still these are budget effect audio cables at a decent price. So this is the comparison of these three. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day. Enjoy.